presentation. My name is Kyle Ackerman, and this is the Attorney Accelerator program where we are using artificial intelligence to identify those people who are seeking a personal injury attorney right now, your ideal clients, and attracting them to your office. So first and foremost, how is this Attorney Accelerator program going to help you? Well, it's going to allow you to only ever invest your advertising dollars into those people who are in market for an injury attorney, and they're in market based on their internet behaviors. It will allow you to increase your lead flow to be able to cherry pick those cases you want to retain for yourself, or maybe you want to refer the rest out to your colleagues or another local law firm as well. That way your caseload can be just filled with those people who have a higher case value that way. Maybe you do want to retain all of them for yourself, and you want to focus on growing your business in your law firm or hire some more associates. Maybe you want to open a new location soon. I don't know. That part is obviously up to you, but it's going to allow you to be entirely in control of your business that way. This is going to save you a ton of time with automation. So in any given marketing strategy, there are so many different tedious tasks that can be automated but are not. This is going to save you a ton of time each month, and we're going to be able to automate as much as possible without ever sacrificing the quote-unquote client experience or the customer experience. If you're already using paid traffic, this is going to allow you to easily drive down your cost per acquisition and significantly increase your bottom line. So this can sometimes decrease your cost per acquisition, your CPA by 10 times or more. This is going to allow you to last, and certainly not least, dominate your market area, because with this technology, you're going to be able to predict who is going to retain an injury attorney based on their behaviors, and you're going to be in front of them long before your competitors, your top competitors, even know these people exist. So you are going to be in front of them long enough to earn their trust. You're going to become familiar with them, and they're going to essentially choose you by default when that day comes, when they pull the trigger to finally schedule that consultation. So I got a little diagram here, a stupid simple diagram, but before I get started into that, I want you to picture yourself standing on the 50-yard line of a NFL football stadium. Now you look around, you see, let's say, 50,000 people looking back at you. This 50,000 people, they represent your market area. Now, your market area could be a city, it could be a county, a state, or maybe it's just a simple 50-mile radius from your office location. Nonetheless, those 50,000 people are your entire market. Out of that 50,000 people, there are only 100 people who need an injury attorney right now. So right now, there is no way you're going to be able to go to section 34, row 8, seat number 17 and say, "You, Sally, I know you need an injury attorney right now. This is how I can help you, and I know that I'm the best attorney for the job." There's no way that you can do that. So right now, you're having to deploy what I call the shotgun method. It's a spray and pray. You're having to market to the masses in hopes of finding those 100 people and getting them to trust you and getting them to retain you for their representation. So going back to this diagram here, with our software and our technology, we're able to identify those 100 people, which in this diagram, it is represented in circle number 2. So circle number 1 is your whole market area, as it's described there, and circle number 2 is your target audience. So we only care about people in circle number 2. So I hope that makes sense so far. Anyway, like I said, it's just a simple diagram here, but we use a laser focused strategy. With our software, we can generate a list of these people in that circle number 2 and make sure we're only advertising to them, because right now that is all we care about. So it's a real-time list of people who have proven themselves to be in market for the exact services that you offer. We run ads to them, and we are going to be everywhere on the internet that they are, and they are going to opt in to your consultation, and you're going to retain those cases. With that list of people, we'll build out those entire campaigns, build out the strategies and entire systems to be able to automate this whole process as much as possible as we can for you. So now, how in the are we able to do this? Well, our software is tracking, like I said, those key internet behaviors. Excuse me. We are leveraging big data, collecting over 25 billion pieces of data every single day. And when we apply our machine learning to all of that data, we can build out what's called conversion profiles. Now, all that is basically an internet profile of those people who have previously retained an injury attorney. And so it's able to, quote unquote, look back and see which behaviors those people exhibited before they retained an injury attorney. Then what our artificial intelligence, our AI does, it sorts through and it looks for similar patterns that are being exhibited in your market area right now, right around your office. Tying all that together is our closed loop analysis. So basically our algorithm and our software gets smarter and smarter over time. So if you were able to give me a list of emails in the past 7 days of people that retained you, or maybe in the last 30 days, I can upload their emails into our software, and it's going to further go out and look for those similar behaviors that are being exhibited right now as well. It creates a flywheel, and it just grinds and it dials in on your ideal client. It can eventually get so good that it's going to be able to identify those people who have cases worth $25,000 or more. Now, obviously, there is no way that you're going to be able to tell what their case is or what their case is worth until you have all that applicable data. But eventually, it's going to get so good that it's going to be able to tell based on their behaviors that one may be more serious than the other. So let's dive a little bit deeper here. So before anyone ever retains an injury attorney, or before anyone does literally anything anymore, they were online. They were researching and they were reviewing, they were educating themselves on their specific scenarios and situations just to learn more. Maybe they were checking out, for example, some articles. They went to Google and they typed in how to retain an attorney. Maybe they've never done it before. Or something like, how do I know if I have an injury case? Or maybe something like what to do after a car accident. These are just 3 of the hundreds and thousands of different examples. So they also were on social media. They were asking their friends for recommendations on who to hire for their representation. Their friends, they're going to leverage their networks. They're going to post on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and ask their friends. And they absolutely went and checked out online reviews. So if you have none, chances are they probably skipped over you. And they went to those firms who have done well with their reviews and focused on that. And they absolutely also checked out your Facebook business page to see if you're even alive. So if you haven't posted anything since August of 2017, chances are that they're not going to think that you're the best attorney for the job, and they're just going to skip right over you and go right on to the next. So if any of those websites, if any of those internet behaviors have anything to do with those keywords listed on the bottom there, they're on our radar. Now, that being said, they have to exhibit more than 1, 2, or 3 of these behaviors before they make it onto our list. Because I can't just go in, let's take the first one here, car or truck accident lawyer. If I go to Google and type that in, of course, I'm going to see results on there, but I'm not going to make it to the list that our software would generate. I'm going to be on the radar, but my software is going to be able to tell that I'm not serious about retaining any representation, so I won't be put on that list. It's much, much more in-depth than this, but hopefully this gives you a better idea of how and what we're targeting and what we're looking at there. So right here we've got an outline, a kind of a macro look of our entire plan. So I just explained that list of people we're able to generate, and we use that as our targeting. So we upload that list into many different ad platforms. So we've got LinkedIn, Facebook, Messenger, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, and a bunch more, Google. We upload that list into all of their platforms to serve ads to these people no matter where they are on the internet. Wherever they are, we're going to be there with your ads, getting them to reach out to you and staying in front of them until they do. So then in step 2, we set up a simple landing page and drive all the traffic there. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing extravagant. All it does is convert like crazy, and honestly, that's all I care about anyway. So once they submit their info, they're going to land on that thank you page there. And at that same time, they're going to be added to our follow-up CRM there. From there, the lead will be contacted through 3 different channels until they respond and engage with you to officially schedule that consultation. So we reach out to them with email, text message, and ringless voicemail drops so we can hit them up on multiple channels there as well and make sure that they respond to you. Once someone responds, you're going to be notified in real time to set up that consultation and answer any questions that they might have, and then you're going to move on to retaining that case. So now that lightning bolt there, you're not going to have to lift a finger until they respond. And that's where I put that lightning bolt. So you can see everything before that that's being entirely automated, but nothing sacrifices that client experience that I talked about before. So much of this process is being completed before you actually invest your time into a prospect. And at that time, they're already a warm lead because you've built rapport with them. They've seen your ads and they've seen you text them and leave voicemails and email. They know your name and they're familiar with you. Our targeting is laser-like, and our automated system, it just converts like crazy. You just got to leverage it. And if you leverage this aspect of our system, of this program, you're going to absolutely kill it. So now the landing page, like I said, it's nothing fancy. We set all of this up for you and we just plug you into it. It's literally plug and play. All this does, like I also said, it converts this traffic like you would not believe. Again, that is all I care about. So the offer, the simple offer is, and the angle that we use is a survey that leads to a free consultation or a case evaluation. When that survey is submitted, you will have the answers to all those questions that are listed there so you know as much about the prospect as possible before you meet them. We can also include online scheduler links into the follow-up sequence so that they book times literally 100% on autopilot. And we can also have questions like, okay, are you injured? What type of injury do you have? If it's a broken bone or if it's just like whiplash or something like that, we can get that all figured out for you. Now, the leads, these people, they're not going to just be car accident cases in the last 30 days. These are all going to be within the statute of limitations. But they are going to be a mix of different types of injury cases. And so you don't want to have an ambulance chaser method or mentality going after these. So the follow-up system, this is going to be a better look at this for you. So it's a high converting sequence of those texts, emails, and voicemail drops, and it's only optimized to get a response to get people to engage with you. However, you can use this CRM as your main CRM if you want, but I am almost certain that you've already got a CRM that you use, and that's fine. You can use this in conjunction with what you've already got. This will keep track of all of the leads that we have provided with you, all of their conversation history, as you can see there on the right in that image, and you're going to be able to take notes and whatnot and set these consultations with them there. So on average, the reason why we automate this, all of this, is because on average it can take 8 to 10 touches before someone even responds to you. So if you had 100 leads in a month, that's 700, or it's 800 to 1,000 different touches before someone even responds to you. You can automate this whole thing and, like I said, build rapport with these people without ever lifting a finger, but to them it's going to seem entirely authentic and like you're doing it manually. The system does all that work for you, and it does not sacrifice the client experience. You've got to be leveraging automation in your marketing strategies right now, no matter what you're doing. So within the first 15 minutes of someone opting in, someone submitting that form, you're going to get, or this is what the prospects are going to receive: a voicemail. They're going to receive a text message from you and an email. Getting in touch with these people is so crucial within a short period of time because especially nowadays, people's attention spans are gone. Now, the injury doesn't go away, but we want to show them that you're serious about this and you're ready. You're reaching out to them because you want to set up that consultation. And we follow up with them until they get a response. Once they respond, they are unsubscribed from the sequence there. Now, if they opt in at 1 a.m., we're not going to send them the voicemail, text, and email at 1 o'clock. We're going to wait until the next day so we can set the business hours settings to match your business hours, whether that's 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 9 to 6, whatever it is. We have cutoff times that we use that way. So we match the settings with your business hours to keep this entirely authentic. So when someone responds, you're going to get this email notification. It's going to have their name, email, their phone number, and that message that they sent at that time. So right from this message, whether you're on a desktop or your smartphone or a tablet, you're going to be able to click that corresponding link to access the conversation thread immediately. So there's no need to go ahead and get back to the computer and log into this system every single time someone responds. So this can also either be you managing the system or a team member's responsibility or a paralegal, however you want to do it. As long as you keep on top of this aspect of the program, like I said before, you're going to rock it and you're going to crush it. There's no question about it. Every single day, we're going to be pumping new leads, new prospects, and new opportunities into the CRM. And every single day, people are going to be asking questions and asking to meet with you to set up the consultations. So every Monday after a weekend, you're going to come in to your office, log into your computer or your email, and you're going to see this new opportunity just waiting for you. Every day that you come into the office, it's still going to be the same story. So if you truly believe that you are one of the best attorneys for the job and you have your client's best interest at heart, the best thing that you can do is get in touch with more of these people that need you to best help them out. So that is kind of the rundown of it all. I developed this program specifically for those personal injury attorneys and accident attorneys that believe that they're the best attorneys for the job and truly care about their clients and have a growth mindset. My company only works with those attorneys, and we only take on those clients who we absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to be able to rock this. So it doesn't matter what stage you are in with your business. So if you have a growth mindset, like I said, this is exactly what you need. So just think about it. Artificial intelligence is being applied in every single industry out there, and big data is the key. I know you wouldn't want the attorney down the street or across town leveraging this type of data and this technology and taking your potential clients, your future clients away from you. We use this artificial intelligence to get you connected with more of those people who need you right now. So I'm sure you have a bunch of questions for me now, and typically we want to take care of that on the phone call, and so it's a more customized approach. This phone call is just going to be, it's going to be 15 minutes, and if we go over that 15 minutes, I promise it's because you want to keep talking. I'm not going to lock you in for an hour of your time. I know you're busy. I respect your time just as I respect my own. So all that good stuff being said, I know you probably do appreciate this in-depth look into this, but now you're probably thinking like, well, geez, all right, Kyle, like this sounds actually awesome. But what type of results can I expect from this, and how much does it cost? I know cost is a huge factor as well, and now I look at it as an investment. Well, glad you asked, because I have a little table right here. These figures are based off the averages that our clients are enjoying right now across the country in huge and fiercely competitive markets. In these markets, if you were to look up the cost per click on Google AdWords, they would be anywhere north of $200 for the keyword car accident attorney or personal injury lawyer. Where it says average conversion, that is the percentage of the time that a lead turns into a new client. Now, this figure is wholly dependent on you and your team because, well, quite frankly, I can't be in your office closing new business for you. No matter how much I would love that, I just can't do it. I can pretty much do everything up until that point for you, but just not that. However, we do have a couple clients. I mean, these guys are rock stars. These people are rock stars, and they're achieving anywhere from a 20 to 25% conversion. But I want to keep these estimates conservative so you have realistic expectations going into this. So right now we have two options of investing either $6,500 or $10,000. Over the course of 30 days, you could expect to receive anywhere from 80 to 133 leads by investing $6,500. And anywhere from 9 to up to 26 cases is what you would be able to expect. 9 is the absolute minimum. We can actually guarantee that even if you're terrible with our system. But at that point, if you're only achieving that number, we will part ways because we want to work with people who are committed, not just the curious. So typically, we like to have people starting out with a lower investment amount because I want you to walk before you run. Get a good feel of the system and the program before you dive headfirst into this. You're going to see that this works very, very, very quickly, and it is so efficient. You will be ramping up, if not the next month, by the third month then. So I hope this provides a better insight into our program and gives you more information to confidently go forward. Now, I do have to say that this is not for everyone. I know that, and I'm okay with that. And as I said, I want to work with those people who are committed, not just those people who are curious. If this is something you want to explore for your law firm, you want to check out, maybe you do have a couple questions, reach out to me. I will have my contact information, my social links either above or below this video or in the caption, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. So let's get in touch. First of all, let's just see if this is a good fit for your firm. If it is, we can set up a second call and dive in deeper with a strategy in place so that we can hit the ground running and get you the results that you're needing right now. We'll get you these results in a less amount of time. So I want to say thank you for joining me on this ride today. Like I said, I hope you got some value from this. And if you're ready to take the leap and dive right in, I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.